Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Darrell Brooks saga. And it's a new day. Yes, it is. And you know that our boy had time to regroup and get more tips and tricks on how to beat the American system with all these laws and lawyers and things that you don't have to know about when you're representing yourself. So let's see how it does this day. First of all, let's see. Okay, he got a new tie. I think the rest of his getup is the same, but he still has the backwards mask. I don't know if he thinks it's like a hat. Like I wear backwards hats like all the time, and I don't know if that's what he's going for, but I still don't understand why he wears it like that. Also, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. We are already over 400 subscribers. It's awesome. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I upload videos. Sometimes I upload videos twice a day if I have something else that I want to put out. So it's not. I do them every day. Every morning you're gonna find a new video. But if you want more, just subscribe so you know when there's more. All right, let's go into the video.
Calling State of Wisconsin versus Darrell E. Brooks, case number 21 CF 1848. May I have the appearances, please?
Morning, Judge Sue Leslie Daisy and Zach Woodshaw appearing for the state.
Sir, would you please state your name for the record?
I'm here as a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative for my client. I accept for value in return for value all of the charging instruments in this matter and make my exemption available for discharge of all obligations and charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in the charging instruments.
I wonder who gave him
To
that.
reflect that the individual known to this court as the defendant, Darrell Brooks, is present in court. He's in custody, but he is wearing street clothes. He's wearing a suit and tie and a mask. And good morning once again to everyone.
Also for the record, I do not identify by that name or consent to being called that name.
Who cares?
So noted. All right, Mr. Brooks, do you have a 13th subpoena? As we discussed yesterday, you wanted to call 13 witnesses. I told you you had until this morning to fill out another subpoena and give it to the state so that they could review it.
Yes, I do.
All
Okay.
right, can you hand that to the bailiff, please?
This is a new
Let's take
time.
a
I'm
look
sure
at
he
it.
went to the guru and he was like, "What do I do with my last subpoena? It's supposed to be 13, right? 13 is the magic number, so I go free."
Mr. Brooks, I'm reviewing this for completeness, and you have simply put on here, State of Wisconsin plaintiff. That's an entity. You have to name a person, sir. The date. Well, the date we would.
Here we go. Okay, this is gonna be helpful later when he does his second witness. So remember
fill in.
this point.
So I'll have it shown to the state, and they can let me know their position on that.
Any legal basis why that would not be accepted, Your Honor?
It's not a person.
You have to have a person named, sir, so that they can come and testify. You
It's
only
just that
have
easy.
an entity named.
Is it not true that under the Sixth Amendment I have the right to face my accuser?
Yes, you are facing them.
Mr. Brooks, let me hear from the state.
Yes, Your Honor, I agree with the court's assessment. The subpoena does not state a person. The subpoena form specifically indicates that the person requesting the subpoena is to indicate the witness's name and address. Mr. Brooks has simply written the word State of Wisconsin plaintiff for the witness name. The State of Wisconsin is an entity. It's not a person. The State of Wisconsin cannot testify at these proceedings, so the subpoena should be rejected, Your Honor.
You can tell that Zach is just Zach. They're both like just holding the laughs in.
Your Honor, on the grounds that every document that was filed in this matter stated that the state of Wisconsin was the plaintiff, which
Yes.
would lead me to believe that the state of Wisconsin is who's bringing the claim against my client. How could they not be subpoenaed to testify if they're the plaintiff? And under the Sixth Amendment, I have the right to face my accuser. My accuser in this matter is the plaintiff, which is the state of Wisconsin.
I'm not going to require the state of Wisconsin to testify in this case
There you go.
because they are an entity and you have not named a person.
Are they not, or are they not the plaintiff, Your Honor?
They
They
are.
are the plaintiff in this case, sir.
And why are they not able to testify, being that
Sir,
they?
you've named an entity, not a person. I believe that your Sixth Amendment rights have been complied with.
Not if I'm not allowed to face my accuser, Your Honor. My accuser in this matter would be the state of Wisconsin. And with all
Sir,
due
I believe your
respect,
Sixth Amendment rights in that regard have been complied with.
I'm requesting a written.
Okay, even I can understand this. It's easy. See, you say that a living, breathing human being can make a claim, but there are 6 people that are not able to do that because what you did. So, in order for you to be prosecuted for that bad act that you did, the state of Wisconsin, which is the attorneys that you see there, are representing those people through the name state of Wisconsin. There you go. That is.
Judicial fact, finding of fact, and
now he goes through his
conclusion of law on
checklist.
this issue, for the grounds that I just stated. It was seen, based on the Sixth Amendment, that I'm not being awarded the chance to face my accuser, which I should be awarded that
You are.
based on the Sixth Amendment. If I'm not able to face my accuser, then how can the claim even stand? How can a claim be brought against my client if I'm not able to face the accuser?
I'm not going to explain any further
Yeah.
why you can't call the state of Wisconsin in the way that you've subpoenaed them or attempted to subpoena them for the reasons I've already stated.
I state for the record,
And I'm
Your
also,
Honor.
hold on, I'm also not going to issue a written decision on that. The record speaks for itself.
May I state for the record, Your Honor, that I have not even seen a complaint in this matter, and the jurisdiction still has yet to be proven, which is another thing that needs to be challenged. There has not been proven that there's subject matter jurisdiction as of yet. There's no verified proof of it. There's
You're standing.
no verified proof of
The state.
even a claim, especially if I'm not allowed to face my accuser. And I don't understand how you can make that judicial decision, Your Honor, when
You don't need to understand.
it's clear discrepancies in the paperwork of this matter. Like I said, I have yet to see jurisdiction be proven. It has not been proven. I have yet to see a complaint. I have not seen that.
Your objections are noted. We will continue today with the jury trial.
There
For
you
the
go.
record, may I respectfully move for interlocutory declaratory appeal on this matter, Your Honor?
Oh,
Your request is noted for the record. I'm not an appellate court, sir.
For the record, may I move to stay these proceedings until this instant matter is adjudicated by a court of competent jurisdiction,
that is the
Request is
company.
denied.
based on what law or fact, Your Honor?
I've previously addressed the issue, sir,
So
based
you're
on
making-
law of the case.
Are you making a judicial determination that I'm not awarded my Sixth Amendment right to face my accuser?
That's
I'm
not what she
making any
said.
such determination here today. All right.
What law or
I'm going to
fact?
turn to the district attorney's office. Do you have a witness available?
Yes, we're ready to proceed, Your Honor.
All right, our jurors here. All right, the jurors will be brought out, sir.
Your Honor, with all due respect for the record, you're avoiding my questions.
No, they're not.
Mr. Brooks, I've addressed the issues that need to be addressed this morning. I've also addressed the same issues probably every day we've been in court. I know
Every
you
day.
may be dissatisfied with the response that I'm providing to you, but my responses stand.
It's not a satisfaction, Your Honor. It's a lack of understanding, which I don't have. I don't
Doesn't
even
matter.
understand the true nature and
Hire a
cause of
lawyer.
the charges.
They
And
know.
Mr.
Without,
Brooks, you've been made aware of them multiple times.
I do not understand
I
them, is what I'm
encourage
saying.
you once again, if you don't understand anything, to seek the advice of an attorney. I cannot give you legal advice.
I'm not asking for that, Your Honor.
So,
I'm merely asking why are my constitutional rights being prejudiced?
prejudice.
It states under
I
the
don't think
Sixth
that's a
Amendment
word.
that I have the
Sir,
right.
I've
how
already
you use
addressed this. Okay, we're not going to have any further argument on this topic. All right, your Sixth Amendment rights are being honored
Boom.
no differently than any other defendant that has appeared in my court.
Have any other defendant not been awarded the opportunity to face their accuser?
You are facing your accuser, sir. Every single witness who's been on this stand, you have cross-examined.
None of those witnesses are making a claim. None of those witnesses are
I think there were.
the plaintiff. None of those witnesses are identified as the injured party. An injured party has to make the claim, Your Honor. A
Sir, it's
living...
my opinion that your belief as it relates to that is mistaken. I've directed your attention once again to the Beneby decision.
Is that not a federal case, a United States?
You're asking me for legal advice. I'm not going to provide that to you, sir.
I'm just asking what kind of case it was. Was it federal Supreme
It's a
Court
Doesn't matter.
Seventh
case?
Circuit Court of Appeals case. We're in the Seventh Circuit, sir.
But you just stated that you're not a court of appeals. But you're citing a court of
No, but
appeals
Court of
case.
Appeals case law applies to this court, sir.
Yeah. It's
I'm
different.
bound by legal precedent from the various courts that are above me.
And you're still not explaining how I'm not able
doesn't
to
have
face
to.
my accuser, which is my Sixth Amendment Constitution.
That's the bottom line. She doesn't have to explain anything to you. Like, at all. The fact that she even does it is kind of irritating. But that's besides the point. She doesn't have to.
right.
Sir,
to
I'm not
be
going to
able-
explain the law to you. I've made my decision. It stands.
I'm just merely
Do it to
stating
jurors.
for the record.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you.
I'm merely stating for the record that I should be awarded my Sixth Amendment right to face my
Your
accuser.
objection is noted, sir, once again. We'll continue this morning. Thank you.
None of the witnesses that testify are the accuser. None of the witnesses that testify are the injured party, which a claim has to be made by a living,
I think
breathing
there were
human
injured
being.
parties.
Sir, I
Which
think you're
have not.
confusing
With-
civil law with criminal law.
Yes.
That's what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying. on that.
confusing. I'm not confusing any law.
He slipped. He slipped. He was like, I'm confusing. Yes, you are.
Constitution says that I have the right to face my accuser. And under the Sixth Amendment, I'm not being awarded that constitutional right. I think that definitely needs to be on record, and that definitely is the issue that needs
Your
to be
objection is
raised.
noted, sir. If you believe I've erred in that regard, you can raise that issue on appeal if you are convicted.
Yeah.
May I put Your Honor on notice that I intend to appeal that decision?
Go for it.
Your statement's noted for the record.
Is that a judicial determination I will not be able to face my accuser, Your Honor?
I have not made any such determination, sir.
Will you be making a judicial determination?
Sir,
They
I
already
have
did.
not made any kind of determination that your Sixth Amendment rights have been violated. On the contrary, I believe this court has honored those rights.
Even with me not being able to face my accuser, which is the state of
Your
Wisconsin, the
position
plaintiff,
is noted, sir.
is
It's
that a
noted for the
judicial
record. I've already addressed it.
is
Yeah.
that a judicial determination?
Sir,
Yes.
the record speaks for itself.
Is that a judicial determination?
All right, I believe the jurors are coming out. All rise, please.
Are you going to answer that, Your Honor?
No,
Or is
she
that a
doesn't
type
need
of
to.
agreement?
I'm not going to answer that further. I've answered
All
that
right.
multiple times.
Is
Again,
it a type?
you got up. When you get up, first of all, don't let your tie go over your blazer or whatever. And second of all, you got a button.
Type of agreement?
I'm not gonna harp on it anymore
It is not.
until the next day.
Then I
But
should be awarded my Sixth Amendment right to face my accuser.
basic
Or a judicial
etiquette.
determination should be made.
Record to reflect that the jurors are coming in for the morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
The record should also reflect that received no answer to that question.
Did you have a coworker by the name of Jane Kulik?
Yes, I did.
And did Jane agree to participate in the parade on November 21 of 21?
She did.
Were you there?
Yes, I was.
Move to admit and permission to publish number 47, please.
Exhibit 47 is received, permission to publish is granted.
Objection.
To what?
So, Ms. Bonesteel, the screen in front of you is a touch screen. Could you just circle or mark with an X where Jane is in this picture? Now, did there come a point in time when you were marching in the parade when something awful happened?
Objection.
Overruled, she may answer.
What do you remember next?
There's a lot of crowd noise, but something made me look and think, what was that?
Okay, something unique, something that wasn't right.
Correct.
Overruled, her answer may stand.
I could see the truck. I believe it was a larger black truck that was part of the dance team's unit.
Okay,
I saw that, and to the right of that is where I saw this other set of headlights.
did the headlights get closer to you?
The headlights were coming basically straight at me.
Were you able to get a description of this vehicle with the headlights driving in your direction?
As it passed, I realized it was an SUV.
Do you remember the color?
I do not.
Okay. You remember it was an SUV.
Yes.
Did the SUV then pass around your husband's truck on the driver's side?
Yes.
Overruled, her answer may stand. Mr. Brooks, any questions for this witness?
Yes, I do. For the record, I don't consent to that name.
Oh.
You said that you saw headlights from the vehicle that was approaching. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Yes.
And you also testified that the vehicle came 3 to 5 feet from you. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is.
You can even look at him. I would
Would you say
actually.
that's pretty close?
Yes, I would.
And you also said you weren't able to identify the color of the vehicle. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
So my question would be, with the vehicle being that close, how were you not able to identify the color of the vehicle?
Objection, argumentative.
Grounds.
Yeah.
Sustained.
What kind of question is that?
Were you able to see a license plate from the vehicle?
The license, please.
I'm sure I would be able to see, but in a state of fear and panic, I wasn't able to register what it was.
So would it be fair to say that because of that same reason is why you wouldn't be able to identify the color of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh.
And you testified that you did not see the driver. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Do you recall giving any police report or being interviewed by any law enforcement?
Yes.
Do you recall if that was the same day of the incident or in the days following?
I gave my statement to a police detective on Friday of that same week, the day after Thanksgiving.
So that would be around the 26th of 2021, November the 26th of 2021. Would that be fair to say?
I believe, yes, it would be November 26th.
Do you recall why it would take almost a week to be interviewed or to make a report?
Objection,
Grounds.
argumentative beyond
Yeah.
the scope of the witness.
How will she know?
Grounds.
Also calls for speculation on the part of the witness. It's sustained.
You stated that you don't recall seeing the path of the traveling vehicle after it had passed you. Would that be fair to say?
I did not see the vehicle once it had traveled beyond my husband's vehicle.
Did you see it strike anyone at that point?
I saw it strike a person when it was parallel next to my husband's vehicle.
Did you see it strike anyone after that point?
No, I could not see the vehicle past that point.
Did you see the vehicle strike anyone before it got to the location that you were at?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Do you recall reading or seeing a complaint in this matter in any way?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Oh, well, the standard question was he runs out of stuff
To
to
the
say.
best of your knowledge, have you filed any claims in this matter?
No, I have not.
Would you consider yourself to be a party to this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevant.
She's a
Sustained.
witness. She is a party to this matter.
Were you aware that it might be a possibility that you would be called to testify in this matter?
Yes, I did.
Were you in fact subpoenaed by anyone to testify in this matter?
Yes, I was.
I think you
Do
have
you
to
recall
be.
by whom?
By the state of Wisconsin.
And when you say the state of Wisconsin, who do you refer to?
Objection.
Grounds.
Argumentative.
Sustained.
Have you had any interactions with the state of Wisconsin?
Objection.
Grounds.
It's vague. Sustained. You may rephrase if you so choose.
Did you have any phone conversations or any physical conversations with the state of Wisconsin?
Physical conversation?
Grounds.
Sustained.
What is a physical conversation?
Do you even know the state of Wisconsin?
Objection.
Grounds.
Argumentative.
Grounds.
Sustained.
It would be fair to say, based on your testimony, that you were in fact called to testify by the state of Wisconsin.
Objection. Asked and answered.
Grounds. I didn't even finish the question.
You seem to be
I have
over.
grounds on that.
Finish your question and then I'll rule.
Seeing as how that you were called to testify by the state of Wisconsin, it would be fair to say that you've actually saw the state of Wisconsin.
No.
Objection.
Grounds.
It's vague.
Grounds.
Sustained.
To the best of your knowledge, would the state of Wisconsin be the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Irrelevant.
Grounds.
Sustained.
And I had the grounds for the sustain.
No.
Sustained.
Your Honor, with all due respect, the jury needs to know
question.
this. They deserve to know this.
Next question.
They know. I'm sure they know. They're smart. Unlike someone else.
Are you aware that, to the best of your knowledge, are you aware that for a case, there has to be an injured party?
Objection.
Grounds.
Irrelevant.
Grounds.
Sustained.
As you said, the state of Wisconsin called you to testify. Did they at any time identify themselves as an injured party?
Okay, why That's a question that I've seen in the comments, and I also questioned it myself. Why are they letting him ask all these questions? He does this to every witness. They should say, look, if you bring up this topic, the cross-examination is gonna be over. So be mindful of that. And as soon as he asks one question about it, maybe warn him once, and then it's over. I don't know why they let him do the whole thing. He just wastes his time.
In this matter,
Objection.
Grounds.
Argumentative.
Grounds.
Irrelevant.
grounds,
Sustained.
reason for the sustain, Your Honor.
It's sustained.
Continue, Mr. Brooks.
Any reason for the sustain?
It's sustained.
Yep.
May I have the grounds, Your Honor?
No.
Keep going, Mr. Brooks.
This is information that the jury deserves to know, Your Honor.
The jury is the judge of the facts only, and the court is the judge of the law.
Were you participating in the Waukesha Christmas parade that afternoon, sir?
Yes,
And what was your role in the parade?
I was driving the float for Citizens Bank.
And your wife Stephanie works for the bank, is that right?
Yes, I was driving a Suburban, pulling the trailer.
Okay.
Nice.
So you have a full-size Chevy Suburban,
Yes,
which is like a large SUV,
2019.
full-size SUV.
They're nice.
Yes,
Okay.
Overruled. His answer may stand.
And the float was on a trailer behind you.
correct.
Okay. Do you remember during the parade something unusual that your attention was drawn toward?
Overruled. You may answer, sir.
Along the route,
Yes.
yes. I generally, want to know where my walkers are, so I'm always in my mirrors, watching my speed. They come up, they grab candy off the trailer to throw to the crowd. So, you have to be very alert.
Okay. Now you've driven in parades before.
Yes.
Because you're a good husband.
Yes.
Okay. And
Overruled.
the
Stand. Go ahead.
thank you, Your Honor.
He
heard the
hates
roar
when
of an
people are
engine.
having fun. He really hates that other people are happy. They're like, this is a really tough subject to cover through, and the DA is just lighting up the mood, so it's not that horrible. And he's like, no, we can't have fun unless I'm laughing.
And I was watching in my side mirror and saw a woman running kind of towards the corner of my vehicle, the back corner, in between, like, let's say by the tongue of the trailer, and we're trying to get to that point of my vehicle,
Okay.
and then saw the impact and heard it, as well as the roar of an engine.
You see a person running. Did you know who it was at that
No,
instant?
no.
Okay.
I had no idea who the person was.
Could you tell it was a member of your group?
Yes,
How could you tell that?
they had the red cloaks on.
Okay. So then you said you heard something?
Oh, yeah, I heard and saw the impact.
Wow.
Tell us about
You
that,
ever
please.
heard a car hit another car, or an abutment, or a deer? If anybody's ever hit a deer with their car, you've heard it. I watched the body fly up onto the hood, and her head snapped back, and the body remained on the hood as it passed the side of my vehicle to where I thought I could have just reached out and grabbed her.
My
So
God.
this happened that close to you.
Yes,
You saw all this with your own two eyes.
yes,
Did the car continue past you?
yes.
Where did it go?
The car veered kind of in front of me. I saw brake lights and saw what was Jane fall off the hood. He proceeded to, and she was basically on the right side of his vehicle, and he proceeded to run her over with the right front tire, then the right rear tire. And at that point, I was just focused on
Oh my
the
God.
body on the ground, but I remember hearing the roar of the engine again. And
How fast were you going?
2 miles an hour,
How fast would you estimate the other vehicle was going?
30.
Did you get a description of that other car?
It was red,
That's all you know?
like a box type back end. That's all I know. That's all. Once I thought my wife was the woman on the car. So you see your whole life going by you, in what you think is an act of terror because you don't know what's going on. And then a body's laying on the ground. And, at that point, that was my only focus. My vehicle, I threw it in park and ran to decipher if this was really who I think it is.
Okay.
Details of which direction the vehicle went after that, I cannot tell you. I'm sorry. It was tunnel vision right to the ground.
Yeah, of course.
You do distinctly remember, though, seeing the red vehicle that you've described roll over the person on the ground.
Yes.
With both tires.
Yes.
That's something you're
Show
never
you
gonna
an item
forget.
that's been marked as exhibit.
Ever. You're gonna see a red
46,
car, you're gonna
please.
see that happening again.
And we're gonna put it up for you first and have you take a look at it. It's a total length of 15 seconds, okay?
Yes.
I want you to watch it, and then I'll have some questions for you, okay?
Again, just watching TV, bored, no expression. And just like, huh? That happened, huh? Weird. And he wants to look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna go back, I'm sorry. But look at the side eye. This. When he's looking at this, he's looking at Darrell Brooks. And he's like, if I had the chance, my guy. If there weren't like 20 cops here that would stop me.
Okay. Mr. Bonesteel, did you see yourself in that video?
Yes, I did.
Do you believe this video is a true and accurate representation of the events as you ran up to Jane on the
Yes.
street? Move to admit 46 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Objection.
Exhibit 46 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
My objection be noted for the record, Your Honor.
It's noted.
Everything you say is
We're gonna go
noted.
ahead and play it all the way through, 15 seconds at normal speed.
You can see in his face that it's horrible.
That's you right there at the end. Sunglasses on your head? Okay.
Was that a yes?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thank you, sir.
Did you learn later that Jane passed away due to her injuries from this collision?
We did learn that later. My gut feeling in that was that she had passed.
You mean when you went up and saw her?
Yes.
You felt she was either dead or close to death?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I don't have any other questions for you.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to watch this guy ask questions because there's nothing that you can ask this guy that's gonna. He saw it with his own eyes. All the event that you did. But let's go.
All right, Mr. Brooks, do you have any questions for
You don't need a minute for this one? That sucks. That's all the acting that he needs. Like, I just watched someone get. I just watched a side ran over someone. Fake person. So transparent. Just ask the questions and move on. Ask him about the plaintiff. Look at this. Stalling. Where's your tissue?
I apologize. I just needed a quick second.
To do what? Look at no tears. Nothing. Dry. He's just doing this for some reason. Maybe he has a cold. No one believes this, my guy. No one believes this. Put it together.
At some point in your testimony, you stated that you heard, or rather you saw brake lights. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
To the best of your knowledge, what would be the only time you would see brake lights on a vehicle?
The only time.
The point right before Jane fell off the hood.
I think you misunderstood my
Great
question.
answer.
If you were driving the vehicle, would it be fair to say that the only time anyone would see brake lights would be if you hit the brake?
Yes.
If the driver hit the brakes, the brake lights would go on the vehicle.
So it would be fair to say that the only way that you would see brake lights would be if the driver of the vehicle hit the brakes.
Yes.
That would be correct.
I don't know why that's relevant.
You did testify to when you were describing what you saw, you referred to the driver as he. Any reason why you would refer to the driver as he if you did not see the driver of the vehicle?
That would be like the proverbial we.
Well,
The driver, he.
There's males, there's females.
There are singles and there are togethers. I mean, when you say we, it's the proverbial we.
So
Collectively, he would be
A catch-all.
along those lines as well.
Yeah.
is it fair to say that you could have just answered as we instead of he? Grounds.
Sustained.
See, now that he's asking the questions, all of that sadness is out. He's just right back into being the monster he is.
Now the grounds on that.
See? He's almost smiling.
Argumentative. Rephrase your question.
You can hear the upbeat on his voice.
Any reason why you would answer that question as he?
Objection, irrelevant, argumentative.
Grounds.
Asked and answered. Sustained.
Were you able to get a license plate of the vehicle?
No, I was not. I was focused, like I had said, on the body on the ground. So I did not get the license plate. I'm
After the vehicle had passed the vehicle that you were in, did you see the vehicle strike anyone after that point?
I did not see the vehicle strike anyone after the vehicle had passed me, other than driving over, like I had stated, the body that it had already struck.
Did you observe the vehicle strike anyone while it was approaching your position?
Jane.
Clarify your question, please.
Did you observe the vehicle strike anyone while it was approaching your position?
Yes, I saw it hit Jane
Yes.
While it was approaching you?
Yes.
while it was coming
Or
up.
your vehicle, rather?
Yes.
You recall about what time it was at that moment?
No. These are thoughts that you don't think about when you've been through something like this. I didn't sit there and note down times.
Do you recall if it was still daytime or nighttime at the
Well, the parade started around 4:30, so it gets, and it was cloudy, so it was dusk. I mean, city lights were on. Emergencies vehicles, when they were pulling up, you saw the sirens, on the streets. You saw it was dusk. It was getting dark.
Would it be fair to say from the Exhibit 46 video that you were shown that it was pretty clear?
Again, wasn't focusing on the sky.
Do you agree or disagree? The video that you saw was clear. That was the question.
The video, the clarity of the video, or the skies? Please clarify
that
your
it
question.
was pretty much still daytime. You can see everything pretty clear. Everything was.
You can see, yes, it was.
Yes.
It was clear. It was dusk. Lights were coming on. If the city lights, street lights were coming on.
I want to note, it's really funny how he mentions the brake lights, because the only time that he used the brake lights was to get rid of the body that was on top of his car. So why would he bring that up?
Would it be fair to say you can recall lights coming on, but not the driver of the vehicle.
I think that's been answered, Your Honor.
Objection. Grounds.
Overruled. He may answer.
I can remember lights coming on because they are stationary. The vehicle was traveling past me at a rate of speed with a woman that I thought was my wife on the vehicle. Was not really paying attention to who was driving the vehicle. Again,
So would it be fair to say you were paying attention to the lights?
No.
no.
So what would lead you to believe that they were in fact coming on at that time?
He didn't say it at that time.
The video that I...
Hold on. There's an objection. I have to rule on it first. That's okay. The objection is sustained. Next question, sir.
I like his shirt, by the way.
The
Nice.
duration of time that you saw the brake lights,
No, I do not.
but you did in fact see brake lights.
Yes, he already said that.
Correct.
Why are you still asking about them?
Sir, after you saw brake lights, did you see the SUV or the red vehicle that you described ever come to a complete stop?
No.
Did you?
Hold on. There's been an objection. It's overruled. His answer may stand.
Did you at any time see the driver of the vehicle pull over, stop, and get out to investigate what he or she had just struck?
Objection.
Overruled.
No.
Did you ever see the vehicle come to a complete stop at any time?
Objection. Asked and answered.
Does that accurately depict?
All right, that's we're gonna leave it here for today. We're gonna come back tomorrow with more witnesses. But yeah, thank you for watching. Now, let me see when it's the only. Let me know when it's the only time when you see brake lights, because Darrell doesn't know. Thank you for watching. Give it a like if you made it this far, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next episode. Bye bye.